Theater students at High Point University have been working towards their first musical production of the year.
And the men's soccer team takes a big step towards championship gold.
This and more on Q News. Good evening and welcome to Q News. I'm Riley Mannion.
And I'm Emily Putnam. Shreya Rana got a backstage look at the theater department's rehearsals for their upcoming performance.
High Point University's theater department is putting on its first musical of the year, titled Working. Originally published in 1974, the musical follows working class people.
This musical is very relevant to today because people don't understand the importance of everyone. Even the smallest of jobs makes the world go round. Even the smallest of people means something. They might not mean something to you, but they mean something to someone else. And that's a really important thing that a lot of people don't recognize.
The small cast has been working tirelessly in rehearsals since September 13th. The show opens on Thursday, November 18th at 7:30 p.m. with shows on the 19th and 20th at 7:30 p.m. There will be a Sunday matinee on Sunday the 21st at 2 p.m.
It's talking about working class people and like their jobs, but also talking about the dreams that they wish that they had gone on to do, but also like they reflect on that and they're like, oh, well, what I do is very important and what I do wouldn't happen without me, so I am important.
Reserve your tickets for the musical. Go to the High Point University website and search in the HPU Theater in the search box. This is Shreya Rana reporting for Q News.
Working opens tonight and will be held in the Pauline Theater at the Hayworth Fine Arts Center.
This past week, the YWCA hosted a luncheon for overcoming the obstacles of domestic violence. They partnered with the Family Justice Center to bring awareness to what domestic violence looks like and all the resources available. Each table was decorated in purple as they provided food and information flyers. There was a panel with 3 people who worked for the Family Justice Center, one of them being a special units officer. Near the end, community members were given an opportunity to ask any questions and, if comfortable, encouraged to share their experiences. If you or anyone you know is battling with domestic violence, please call 800-799-7233.
With Thanksgiving right around the corner, students at High Point University were encouraged to think about giving every day. The Student Government Association hosted Tag Week all throughout last week, promoting events and give-back activities. Some of the events included a class giving challenge, a gratitude project, food drive and food trucks, and more. The gratitude project allowed students to write what they were grateful for on a piece of paper and get a picture in front of the gratitude wall. The class that earned the highest participation percentage will get a special event on Reading Day, sponsored by SGA. The gratitude wall in front of Slane will be featured all throughout the month of November for students to take pictures and show what they are grateful for as Thanksgiving approaches.
Coming up, we hear about the men's soccer performance in the semifinal matchup.
And see how a popular group on campus came together to build community in their organization. Stay with us.
Welcome to High Point University. On this campus, we are focused on preparing students for the world as it is going to be.
Hi, I'm Steve Wozniak, the Woz, and I'm proud to be High Point University's Innovator in Residence.
I'm Cent Marshall, CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, and I am proud to be High Point University's Sports Executive in Residence.
I'm Mark Randolph, and I'm proud to be the Entrepreneur in Residence at the premier life skills university, High Point University.
Welcome back to Q News. I'm Emily Putnam.
And I'm Riley Mannion. Students in the Bonner Leadership Program went on a retreat to build stronger bonds in their organization. Lizbeth Ramirez has more.
The Bonner Leader Program held their first ever retreat at the YMCA Camp Weaver. The Bonners will be doing 3 events today: course ropes, low ropes, and also kayaking. First up, there's the ropes course. These 3 activities are a part of Camp Weaver's programming. There were instructors at each course to help the 3 Bonner groups throughout the day. President Angelica Lopez, who is a senior, shares her favorite activity and part of the retreat's purpose.
My favorite part about today was probably kayaking. I thought that was really fun because during kayaking, my entire group, we weren't put in groups of our friends, so we got to know people that we hadn't really met yet.
After lunchtime, they continued on with their day by doing a team building game and also had a time to talk about some of the core values and topics that the program focuses on while also getting to know one another. The Bonner exec team, known as BOT, was in charge of making sure everything ran smoothly for the retreat, with help from Bonner director Megan McNeely.
We have lots of fun in this program. We love each other in this program and learn about lots of really cool things. So I'm really excited about all the students who will join us in the future.
The Bonners wanted to showcase their symbol, Bonner Love. It's a hand heart with one pinky out. I'm Lisbeth Ramirez with Q News.
I think that looked like a really fun and exciting retreat, and it looked like it really helped them to build relationships in their club and build trust within one another.
I definitely agree. A lot of those activities looked like you had to trust one another to
Yes,
get
definitely.
through. The High Point University's men's soccer team began their postseason run on Wednesday, November 10th, as they hosted Gardner-Webb for the Big South semifinal. HPU's men's soccer has secured the #2 seed in the Big South tournament. The Panthers and the Bulldogs have already met once this season in Boiling Springs, where the Panthers secured the win with a final score of 3-0. Senior Alex April scored 2 goals for High Point, and Holden Trent, High Point's goalkeeper, was named Big South's 2021 Goalkeeper of the Year. High Point won Wednesday's semifinal matchup with a final score of 5-0, advancing to the Big South final on Sunday, November 14th. Q Sports will have more on the championship game later in our show.
High Point University Organizations had its first ever Harvest Festival on Sunday, November 7th. American Sign Language Club, Alpha Chi Omega, Bonner Club, Hypo Magazine, and Gianna's Scholarship Foundation teamed up to fundraise money for the Triangle Native American Society for Native American Heritage Month. Art, baked goods, and flowers were on sale. Bracelets were being sold at the festival, and all proceeds from that sale are going to Gianna's Scholarship Foundation.
Thank you for watching Q News. I'm Emily Putnam.
And I'm Riley Mannion. Stay tuned. Q Sports is next.
I feel like her heartbeat is like same speed as mine. And I think we have this like deep connection, this heart connection in her heart, that there's room for me and Mom. When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer. It's a sensory thing. It's a thing with Asperger's.
She's really good with Anya. I've seen adults react to my daughter when she has meltdowns like she's from a different planet. And this little animal just sat next to my child and was just like, you know, it's gonna be cool. She's my superhero.
Good job, Kitty Cat.
When we adopted Lucky, we discovered all the wonderful things that make her unique.
Lucky's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly she's pure love.
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and like jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him, like he's gotta come home with me. Not anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly he's all pure love.
From the Nito Cobain School of Communication on the campus of High Point University, this is Q Sports Update.
Welcome to Q Sports. I'm Ben Membrino.
And I'm Hari Iyer. The HPU men's basketball team began their non-conference schedule away from the Cobain Center for the first time.
And they face some tough Power 5 competition on the road. Men's basketball played their first 2 non-conference road games of the season against 2 Power 5 schools, the first of which came against Northwestern last Friday night, where the Panthers came out feeling it, thanks to a strong performance from guard John Michael Wright, who finished with 23 points in the night. The Panthers went into halftime only down 1. However, Northwestern shot lights out in the second half, putting up a monstrous 61 points in the half, en route to a 95-60 win.
The High Point men's soccer team came up short in the Big South Championship against Campbell. Adrian Morales scored the game-winning goal for Campbell as the Fighting Campbells took down the Big South Championship from last season by a score of 3-2. The Campbells will be going to the NCAA tournament. M.D. Myers and Alessandro Sabachi scored the Panthers 2 goals to help overcome a 2-0 deficit in the first half. High Point closes Zach Haynes' third season as the Panthers head coach with an 8-7-3 record and 5-0-3 record in conference play. High Point's off-season has just begun as the Panthers will be preparing for the 2022 season.
HBU women's soccer team was riding high after their thrilling Big South title game win over Campbell sent them to the NCAA tournament. That was until they got top-ranked Virginia in the opening round. Virginia took early control of the match with 3 goals netted before the 20-minute mark. Virginia utilized a fiery offensive attack of 23 shots, with 15 of them winding up on goal. HBU goalkeeper Morgan Hairston had 10 saves in the effort. However, the Panthers had little response as Virginia went on to win 6-0 and advance to the second round. Despite the result, HBU finishes the season as Big South champions with a record of 10-8-2. Coming up next, an HBU club sports team is turning a lot of heads on campus.
And the men's lacrosse team is getting a head start preparing for a big season.
School is a lot different right now. Some days kids are learning at home with their parents' help and...
Some days Elmo goes to school. To stay healthy, Elmo wears his mask and stays apart from his friends.
That's right. It may be challenging, but remember, when things get tough, to take a slow, deep breath. We are all in this together.
Yeah. Come on, Daddy. It's time for school at home.
Caring for each other because we are all in this together.
The High Point club hockey team may have been playing for only a few short years, but has quickly grown in popularity around campus after greatly improving over recent years. Danny Shea has more on the story.
The High Point club hockey team might just be the most popular club sport on campus. With increasing popularity over the past few years, it's getting eyes from hockey fans all across campus, and sophomore defenseman Jack Olson is noticing the increasing popularity as well.
Yeah, so I've played hockey as long as I can remember, and just being from Minnesota, always on the lake, and originally coming to High Point, definitely wanted to be a part of the program. You know, didn't know if I was going to play originally coming, but now I'm all in, and yeah, I definitely love it and love to be here.
He scores! Oh my! Because they are not a Division I program, the Panthers play in the ACCHL and see teams like UNC, Navy, Virginia Tech, and Wake Forest, among many others. And when playing popular schools, the players get amped up just like any fan would on a popular game day.
Yeah, definitely gets the boys going. I mean, coming out hot, winning against UNC, that was really big for us. It's when you get to play a Power 5 school like that, even if it's club, I mean, it means a lot to us, and it means even more when we get the dub, so it feels great.
To stay up to date on everything Panthers hockey, you can follow them on their Instagram at PantherHockey_.
Definitely, if you're into hockey, come to Childs next year, reach out to our coach. I mean, it's a great group of guys. We really have a lot of fun. I mean, if you're just an avid sports fan, definitely come out to the Ice House. I mean, we get it buzzing, it gets rocking. It's a lot of fun, so definitely come out if you can.
For Q News, I'm Danny Shea.
The team has won their last 2 games over Navy and now sit in second place in their division.
The High Point University men's lacrosse team is looking to have another great season after winning the SoCon championship for the second time in school history. Last season, the Panthers, despite losing to Duke twice, North Carolina twice, and Virginia, the Panthers went 4-1 in conference play and won the SoCon tournament championship, taking down top-seeded Richmond 11-8. Without Asher Nolting returning, was the leader in goals for the Panthers last season. He will be a graduate student. John Torpy looks to guide his Panthers to another successful season. The Panthers look to win its 3rd SoCon championship in school history and make another tournament appearance.
In the NBA, the red-hot Golden State Warriors were defeated by the Charlotte Hornets in the Spectrum Center 106-102. It was a back-and-forth contest all night, with both sides going blow for blow across the court. LaMelo Ball and Miles Bridges led the Hornets scoring with 43 combined points, with the Warriors' Stephon Curry and Andrew Wiggins combining for 52. The Warriors were favored to win the game until 5 minutes remaining in the fourth, where the Hornets took the lead and didn't let Golden State take it back. This is the Warriors' second loss of the season as they stay atop the Pacific, and the Hornets improve to get over 500 to secure third in the Southeast.
Number 12 Wake Forest defeated number 13 NC State in a thriller in Winston-Salem. The home crowd at Truist Field got to go home feeling happy after the Demon Deacons bounced back from a hard-fought 58-55 loss to North Carolina on the road, which ended its undefeated season by defeating NC State 45-42. After being down 45-35 with a few minutes remaining, the Pack tried to make a late rally but could not complete the comeback as they fell 3 points short. Quarterback Devin Leary had a great game for NC State with 408 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, but Wake Forest's running game played a huge factor as Justice Ellison had 2 rushing touchdowns. Up next for Wake Forest is an away game against Clemson, while NC State will host Syracuse.
That'll do it here for Q Sports. I'm Ben Membrino.
I'm Hari Iyer, and we'll see you all next time.